Hi guys, welcome to another GAC Vision video. I'm Josh from gak.co.uk. Today what we're going to be checking out is the Laney IRT-PULSE. Now the Laney IRT-PULSE is essentially a USB preamp, a valve-driven preamp system. It has a ton of different capabilities it can be used for, so we're going to run through some of the main bits that I think it would be really good for. So one of the first things that I really like about it is that it has the capability of, you can use this unit just for playing live. So if you wanted to go direct into the PA system, you could. So you could go direct into this from your guitar and then out of this into the PA system because the out is a balanced out. So not only that, it can be used, because it has the balanced out, it can be used as a recording piece of equipment to go straight into your recording system on your computer, your DAW. And it also acts as an interface, so you can go direct into your DAW and record guitars with this unit here. Also has the capability of, as I said before, USB connectivity. It has the headphones and auxiliary outputs. Now let's run through some of the actual specs to do with the playing. What we're doing at the moment is we're running the pedal, well, the unit, sorry, straight into a DV Mark multi-amp, which is set completely clean. No effects, no reverb, no delay, just completely clean. So what we're going to do is we're going to try all the different settings that the pedal has to offer. You've got the dark switch, which essentially, as the name states, thickens and darkens your tone up, which I really like, being a jazz fusion lover. It really allows that big, thick, smooth sound to come out of your guitar. The bright switch, opposite to the dark, really brightens it up, adds a little bit more twang to your playing. The hot switch is essentially the actual thing that changes it from clean to an overdriven sound. So that's what we're going to do first. You have the emulation switch. Now the emulation switch is essentially a cabinet simulator. So if you're going direct into a PA and you want it to sound a little bit more realistic, then you hit the emulation, you go into the PA and it sounds like you're going through a cabinet, a head and cab system. And then obviously you've got the EQ button switch on there as well. Now the EQ is kind of an overall presetted sort of EQing of the pedal. So your bass pedal and trebles, like a presetted option. And then you've got your two knobs, you've got your gain, and then you've got your volume. Now there is a lot to do with this pedal, loads of different things that it can actually do. So if I miss anything out and you guys want to know anything about the pedal, just comment in the section below this video and then I will endeavour to answer as soon as I possibly can. So what we're going to do first is we're going to check out the overdrive tone of the system and we'll go from there. So yeah, cheers. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Cool, so this is our clean sound. And if we engage the hot switch, then we'll see what the overdrive sound sounds like. So as you can hear, it sounds really dark, really thick, but also really mid-rangey to my ear, so it cuts through the mix of anything really well. So let's see how much gain is actually on tap with this thing. So as you can hear, there's a lot of gain that is easily backed off or added at your own discretion, really. So what we're going to do next is we're going to keep it on the hot channel, so we're going to keep it on this overdrive channel, and we're going to see what it sounds like with the dark switch enabled. So let's see how it fattens the tone up and see what it sounds like. Now that personally to me is one of my favourite sort of tones on this pedal that it can actually achieve, is that beautifully thick, dark, rich sort of overdrive, liquid almost overdrive sound. So what we're going to do now is we're going to change from the dark setting to the bright setting and see how that affects between the two different sides of it. So let's see what that sounds like. So that's the bright sound. So let's move on to the emulation. Now the emulation is, as I said before, is essentially a cabinet simulator. So it might sound a bit strange, but it might also really work because we're going cab on cab. And I'm running it through a Marshall 4x12 cabinet as well. So let's go on to the emulation and see what that does to the tone. So as you can hear, it creates almost like a slight boxiness to the sound. So let's move on to the EQing, which is an overall presetted EQ option, and then we'll see what that does to the tone as well. So let's check that out. Sweet, so that was a run through of the IRT-PULSE by Laney Amplification. So let's just run over all the bits and pieces again one more time just so we know what we have. So on the top here, we have the auxiliary in, the USB connectivity, the power supply input, which the item actually comes with the power supply. You have your output, which is balanced, so you can go into a PA system or your recording. And you have a headphones with a balance knob as well, so you can actually take it on the road, or you can either have it just to rehearse before you start playing a live show and you can hear yourself. On the front, we've got your dark, bypass, bright, hot, emulation and EQ switches, and you also have your gain and your volume knob as well. And then on the bottom, you have the reamping switch, so you can reamp in real time, just like the IRT Studio, and then you have your guitar input as well. So that was an overall look at the IRT-PULSE, sorry, excuse me, of the IRT-PULSE. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to either email me or drop a comment in the section below this video. The guitar I was using for the demo as well is an Ibanez RC720, I believe, which is a premium Ibanez model. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Cheers.